Acai. G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, just sipping on a lovely acai, so you know what time it is. We're talking about the Japanese leg of the holiday. Won't go too much into the whole Japanland business. I made a video which featured a lot of photos of the record stores I usually go to. I go there every year. That's where my outlaws live. And so it was mainly a thing to catch up with family after we had our holiday in Canada and New York. Good fun as always, and I always hit a few of my favorite record stores. First place we always go to, we usually spend a day in Kyoto, which is about an hour from where my outlaws live. And yeah, you know, bit of shopping, food, what have you. And one of my favorite places is called Taradara Records. Always find stuff there. Although the first one I'm not sure about. The electric flag in shrink, I got a bit excited. It's got like an American flag. I don't know if that means this is a OG or something. But, you know, it's got Buddy Miles on drums and bloody, what's his name, Mike Bloomfield on guitar. And I believe this is meant to be a good sort of psych jam, funky kind of record. Like that. It's like that cover. I didn't realize there's a girl in there as well. But then I watched the Monterey Pop Festival and they played, and between you and me, they were a bit shit. Hopefully the record's good. Again, another one which is meant to be like a bit of a, I don't know, psych, I don't know if it's psych folk or psych rock, but a lot of people talk about the Quicksilver Messenger Service, Happy Trails. This is a cool cover, and it's a Japanese edition, so see how we go with that. Now we get to the real fucking deal. Every time I go to Taradara, I always find some Guided by Voices shit, because he's a big fan as well. And this time around, no different. I got a early Guided by Voices 7-inch, well, from the early 90s. Plantations of Pale Pink, original on Matador, which I had a look up, and yeah, this is an OG one, which was on coloured vinyl, which you didn't see as much back then. Cracking little 7-inch. I got a comp of Dinosaur Jr. of all of their 7-inches at the time, and this is on SST Records. So this is a ripper. It's got little furry things in a jar, freak scene. Their version are just like heaven, so good to have in one place, because probably to try and find these original 7-inches cost you an arm and a leg. I always like to find Australian music and bring it back home. Got the 12-inch single of the Go-Betweens, Spring Rain. Is it on? Yep, on Beggar's Banquet. Also got Palace Music, double album. This one is Lost Blues and Other Songs. So if you don't know who Palace Music is, that was the moniker that Bonnie Prince Billy, Will Oldham went under back in the 90s. Fantastic kind of indie folk stuff. Really, really cool. And then the last one I got from Taradara, which you'll probably find hilarious, but I've got all of the Pogues albums except for this one, Red Roses, for me. And I think this was like a reissue, and it sounds fantastic. Like, I'm not sure it's remaster or anything, but it's freaking a good sounding record. And R.I.P. the great Shane MacGowan. Next, also in Kyoto, another favourite, bit more funky store, one of the most highly curated stores you'll ever go to, called Jet Set. Very neat, very into their sub-genres, which sometimes makes it difficult to find things, so I end up just like going through everything. Need a drink break. Oh yeah. So, haven't bought any soul music for a while, and I saw Solomon Burke, Rock and Soul, classic soul record. Yeah, I did get that Otis Redding Dock of the Bay of that Atlantic 75 reissues, which sounds it's amazing, man. Yeah, I've got to pull out my Soul records. I haven't played any for ages. And then there's also, I don't know if it's a reissue or just a never released before by a band called Ike Yard 1982. I would have bought it just for that cover anyway. Love all of that early 80s, late 70s electronic, analog, synthy, oscillator thing going on. So it's on the Dark Entries record label, which is usually a good sign of good electronic stuff. An older album by a band called Peel Dream Magazine, which I got one of their more recent albums from last year, the year before. Just fantastic modern shoegaze stuff, and this is just as good. Really, really good stuff. I cannot see the word peel and not go, Neil Orange Peel. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And last of all, half Japanese, half Korean, two-piece at the time this come out, about 2011 or 2013, called Tengger, Tengger, and this is called Electric Earth Creation. They are kind of electronic, experimental, trancey, ambient. This is much more heavy on the beats, but really cool stuff. How great's that cover? And now because it's a husband and wife, one Japanese, one Korean, and now they have a 12-year-old, 10-year-old son, I think, and he tours with them, and he's pretty handy on the manipulations and the knobs himself. So saw them last year. It was a really good show. And then after our time in Kyoto, second part of the week towards the end, we go to Matsudo, which is the outskirts of Tokyo, with where my sister-in-law and brother-in-law live, and their little girl. And of course you have to go to Disc Union. Like, there's Disc Unions everywhere. There's one in Matsudo, but there's a few good ones. That one's in Shinjuku, which is good. And I went a bit crazy and I think it's you, Harris Pilton's, in the back of my mind somewhere saying buy 12-inch singles. So there's a few in here. So I got the Boo Radleys, Wake Up Boo, fantastic 90s kind of, like, were they not really Britpop, sort of more part of the, the indie dance kind of thing that was going on. And I love the song on here, also a great title, Blues for George Michael. Got a Camper Van Beethoven album. This one is Our Beloved Revolutionary Sweetheart. Yeah, what can you say? They're like kind of indie folk, just weird but awesome. Great stuff. Around in the 80s and early 90s. I think one of the dudes formed Cracker, if I'm correct. It's very happy about finding a rough trade version of Galaxy 500's Blue Thunder 12-inch. This is with the sax, which is the way I like it. Gang of Four, I Love a Man in a Uniform 12-inch. Love that cover too. The Pastels, Unfair Kind of Fame, one of their late 90s, 97 I think it is, on Domino. Really love the Pastels. Like, I think it cruelly got called that sort of genre twee pop, twee indie or something. Berwickshire Mike always talks about this band, and I finally got one of their albums. I hope it's one of their good ones. Sham 69, Tell Us the Truth. I think there's another one either before this or after this, which is meant to be a banger as well. Like, they're the two classics, so happy to find that. And then got a bit of James White and the Blacks, the No Wave Funk. Just fantastic, crazy, off the wall. Like if James Brown was a punk, basically. And got another one of James White and the Blacks 12-inch single, Contort Yourself. And then last of all of the LPs, I got this Soul Jazz comp, which was like, how can this not be good? You've got like Certain Ratio, Cabaret Voltaire, Throbbing Gristle, Human League, when they were like, you know, the Being Boiled era, not the pop sensations that they became. The pop group Gang of Four, the Slits, 23 Skidoo, and This Heat is going to be intense and awesome. Last thing, and I'd like to apologise in advance to the doyen of the box set, Mr. Mike PC31. As you probably noticed over my shoulder there is a little Clash box set, a Japanese one called The Singles, and I will do my best to showcase this. It is beautiful. I think a CD version of this came out years ago. I've never seen a vinyl one, so I'm going to go through quickly. It's a little nice box in the inside, and then it's like hello to all of the records. In the back is this little thing, which I'm not going to get everything out. It's got like Japanese versions of the covers. It's really hard to get back into this, so you'll just have to bear with me. A book with great photos and all the information you could ever want. There's one more great photo of when they were disintegrating. And then Japanese roundup of all the singles, which I will not be able to read. I think there is some English in here. Yeah, it's got like lyrics of the songs as well in English, so we can all sing along. And the singles, there's quite a few, so I'm going to just rip through them. So we got White Riot. I think I got that right. What was this one again? Oh, this is like the interview disc. I just double check I got White Riot right. I know that's what it says on his t-shirt, but I'm pretty sure it's White Riot. Why do I second guess myself, I mean? We've got Remote Control, London's Burning on that one. Complete Control, City of the Dead. Clash City Rockers back with Jail Guitars. What's this one? White Man in Hammersmith Palais and The Prisoner. Trying to do this fast. I'm so bad at this compared to the doyen. Tommy Gunn back with Crush on You. And then English Civil War back with Pressure Drop. Like, just every single one of these is a goddamn punk rock classic, as you know, or funk, punk. They did it all. I Fought the Law and Groovy Times, Gates of West, Capital Radio, London Calling. So I've got to be faster, or this video is already going to be 84 hours. Bank Robber, love that song. The Call Up, I love that too. I love it when Paul Simonon sings. Hitsville, UK, back with Radio 1. What else? What is this one? Oh, Magnificent Seven. What a track. And then Radio Clash, another one of my favorites. Glad to have that on vinyl too. Know Your Rights. What an opening track of combat rock. Straight to Hell, Rock the Casbah, and then This Is England, probably the only good song on Cut the Crap, so I think that's all I need from that. And that's it in this beautiful Japanese 7-inch Clash singles box set. And that's it from me too. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed the 3 videos of all of the countries I was lucky enough to go to and all of the great records I got. And it was awesome to meet up with everybody as well from the VC. That's what it's all about, man. Like, it's one thing to hold up a record and say I got this. It's another to be able to actually meet these people who are fucking awesome and fun. The only downside is it makes me feel even further away from you all, you bastards who can catch up with each other easier and have a beer and talk records and all that sort of shit. Enjoy it, because I had a ball, man. Next week, I probably will have to do quite a few videos, because while I was away, a lot of stuff have come in, a lot of great Australian reissues, found some cool OGs, things like that. We'll get back on the Australian program and forget about all this foreign shit and get back to normal. Anyway, thanks for watching if you lasted this long, and we'll see you in the next one. All right.